Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Lane, the one and only Master Propaganda Heroes, like defender of the fatherland of your 1v1 own Taranto Coastline. South it is Xandr, fighting for the British Empire, the Commonwealth. He is setting out with the 53rd Infantry Division in the northeast. It is Simonk or Simonk, fighting here for the German army with a bit of Italians mixed in there. Setting out with the 90th Panzer Grenadier Division. We got Bessier, we got bikes. And Xandr has yet to make his commitment there to battle. We can see the very aggressive Bessier play there. Rushing in, possibly straight up to his opponent's base. That is hyper-aggressive Simonk. Probably hoping to just get a bit of a psychological squeeze in Xandr in the early game, who's going for early Vickers as well, though. Wowza. As always, big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support, and a big thanks for the keep commenting and liking. Xandr, by the also rushing up here, and I imagine that's because, again, of this particular building. Since this building rather creates a bit of a pin effect, in a sense, here for the southern play of the opponent rushes. That, in fact, seems to be what he's doing here. So already here, Xandr seems to have a bit of experience with this. And you can't really get the same effect here due to the way the map is situated. This is one of those oddities of the map here. And there you go. Yeah, Simonk going in hard here. Xandr is moving forces slowly here. Probably not in response to this, but it's definitely a hyper-aggressive play by Simonk against Xandr, and it's definitely going to put some stress there on Xandr and force him to make some tough decisions. And see, of course, how does he handle the stress as the Italians come charging. Good Lord, Sergeant! The Italians are coming right at us, sir! Goodness gracious! And they've got guns too! My goodness, those Italians! Anyways, charging in swiftly, Italians taking losses there. It's Decisive who goes down first. Mario orders the rest of the squad there to withdraw before they become pasta sauce there. We got another section where the Xandr, his machine, there's base of the east, absolutely unawares that it's actually needed in the west where all the infantry is. I say, lads, this seems to be a very nice time of it, isn't it? Yes, it is, Reginald. Quite nice. I don't see what the others making all a fuss about. More Italians out here for Simonk as he moves up. Again, fresh fun around that field point as Simonk goes at it like a cat goes after food left out in the open. So there you go, back rushing and Bessier now occupying the house here, and again putting that squeeze, that pin here in Xandr. Since again, it is a pretty strong building for infantry. And right now, he doesn't have any great tools for dealing with this. Sappers there, in fact, down to just poor Nigel there. The rest of the section very much having perished under ruthless Italian fire there from the Bessier. We got more sections out for Xandr. And of course, the Vickers team just having a nice time. I say, Nigel, don't you have some more crumpets? Oh, I do, Roger. I do. Nathan Bidian, fetch the cream. Oh, why, yes, sir. Anyways, we got the light support company on the way here. Third section up for Xandr. But really strong opening again, really messes with Xandr's fuel economy. And of course, ensures he gets a bit of advantage there, though having this fuel point does help Xandr a wee bit here versus the Italians here. We got the Bessier built up for Simonk, of course, making his Bessier that much more numerous. Goes from 5 to 6 men once fully reinforced. Bessier caught here by the southern victory point. Bessier fighting around here. Again, just Xandr feeling the heat here, but so far maintaining a stout demeanor here in the face of the Italian hordes. One squad there forced away. Lights, fast support almost there flanking in. Putting the pressure on the Vickers. We see that Xandr makes the quick decision just to withdraw. Fighting around the victory point continues here. Heady is close quarters action. Italians are finally forced back, of course, only for more Italians to arrive on the scene. So, fire support elements almost done. No ambulances of yet here, though, for Simon. As for Xandr, we got another Vickers here. Of course, worth noting, he currently has no anti-tank weapons. I mean, he could go for anti-tank rubs in a pinch, but he's committing very heavily to this tier 1. In response, Simonk goes for a 4th squad of Bessier. That is a lot of Italians. Clearly a full regiment of Bessier there, at least company being committed here. The Bessier, probably the closest the Italian army sort of had to Panzer Grenadiers in a sense, that is, higher quality troops. But even there, I believe there were some issues with the overall quality of the training. Much of the Italian army outside of, the very elite units, there was a generally tendency for anything that wasn't like, you know, like super elite, like the Guasatori or the Italian Imperatives, to be a bit more, well, or the Arditi, but to be a bit more mixed in training quality. So, challenge flanking in here, tanking for sold sides, using the speed and mobility of the Bezier to attack from sold sides. Very well played there by Simonk. Definitely putting the pressure here on Xandr. Now with the second Vickers, of course, is covering here, anticipating the flank there by Simon. Really aggressive fluid infantry action here. We got the medic station up there for Xandr at least. Simon K, though, still no medics. Probably working on the assumption he's working with Italians, and obviously they don't need that. He's a German officer. He's got other priorities. Help, man, it's Italians, they're complaining. It's Italians, they're always complaining, Ludwig, always. Don't pay them any mind. Flying around here, got the Vickers. That's a definite headache and a half here for Xandr. But there you go, section flanking here. Almost had the Vickers crew there. De-Vickersed, but no, fall short here. Pack 38, obviously anticipating some kind of light vehicle to counter all these Bezieri. And Sapper's wipe. Massive blow here to Xandr. That is 2 losses. And of course, one of those losses is also captured here by Simon K. So that's extra harsh here for Xandr, though. He has managed to grab the northern fuel points at least, so that is something. But he needs more force out in the field. He's something to really put the pressure on Simon K.
Victory point lost.
So there you go. Platoon command post up. We will have to see what Xandr goes for. Will it be the Humber? Will it be the Steward? Will it be a Bishop? Or will it be something entirely else? We will have to see. Using the 250 half to repart the healing for those Italians there. So there we go, a bit of quiet. Got the Vickers set up here. Not a bad spot if they attack for here, but obviously if they attack for here, there's a bit of a weakness, which is you can't really see it necessarily until it's too late, and Xandr goes for another Vickers. I mean, again, it does make sense considering the way that, you know, Simon K is using a lot of infantry, and using a lot of infantry and shows a rather rough approaches, which again makes the Vickers extra potent. No, we cancelled it for Sapper section. I also get that, but honestly, I'm not entirely opposed to another Vickers here, though. Honestly, Palmer also just gets some armor, but maybe he's planning here heavy armor in the Crusade anti-aircraft tank. We'll have to see. But there you go. Italians there being met with heavy automatic fire out of the British. Bren guns joining into this chorus of righteous insular anger. Raiders on the way, though. For Simon K, of course, further boosting the firepower of his Italian cohorts against the British forces here. Mine troopers at ops in case Xandr has been laying down mines, but also boosts repair speed. Charging in with the lighter Schützenpanzerwagen. Harassing and hounding here Xandr's beleaguered forces. Up north, though, the Italian tide continues onwards. Straight for the cutoff point. No sign. Oh, there we go. We are getting some Breda 30s out there. It was considered one of the worst light machine guns of the war due to a variety of issues in its design. It was overall fairly unreliable, plus it had the rather unique feature of an external magazine that required, well, stripper magazine in a sense to be fed into it, which also kind of made it a bit vulnerable. So like if any damage happened to the external magazine, the rest of the light machine gun was effectively useless as it couldn't be fed any ammunition. Wasn't the most unique light machine gun design, though. That was still, I think, one of the Japanese which used what was known as a hopper feed, but in terms of just not being very good, the Breda 30, I think, is definitely one of those that takes the cake. But there you go, hitting the fuel point up there. Catch the Bezieri, British forces charging in there. Bezieri moving in, they got Sapsing up the flamethrowers here, ready to burn out those Italians. And we got the company command, so of course, Xandr here, just rushing straight ahead, maybe some foot guards, but Crusaders, Matildas, and of course Grants. A bold strategy and something. No, cancels it. He cancels it. I mean, I can understand why he does either of those two things, but it does beg the question, what is Xandr then aiming for? Perhaps he's not entirely sure himself at this point. Perhaps hesitation has set in, and we do get a Humber now. Interesting choice. See, I mean, should have had it out sooner then, but again, I imagine it's just, again, sign of just Xandr's sheer hesitation, the uncertainty as he's just, you know, being attacked by Italians all over the place, and the occasional German. It is a very hyper-aggressive strategy here out of Simonk. Again, really just leveraging the sheer mobility of them. And of course, the fact that, you know, once they get a few upgrades going, they are pretty decent. In particular, they are well supported. And there you go, Xandr out. And here, of course, I do see that Simonk really only has the Pack 38, which is all the way on the bases. So everything else, for now at least, is going to be a much more vulnerable target. Though, of course, will Xandr be able to use his armored car that aggressively? It's a massive fuel advantage here. He has yet to take up, though, which is probably to the benefit of Xandr, to put it generously. Catching the Vickers, if we get that back, that would be pretty good here for Xandr, but it's going to be a bit of a tough one there. Meanwhile, full right here from the Italians, the arrival of the armored car, of course, presents a big problem there for Simon. He goes not for the Panzermech Commando, but the mechanized company there. Interesting choice there, not what I expected. The advantage he's got here. I would have really figured just push ahead. It's also more common with the, you know, Italian builds that you go for the Panzermech Commando and rush out Panzer 3s or even Panzer 4s, but Simonk here definitely decides something else. But there you go. Vickers back here is a definite small win there for Xandr and the British. But map control wise, Simon really is holding most of the cards at the moment, and it will be a bit of an uphill battle for Xandr here, to put it generously. 6 Pentagon on the way there, moving for as many points as he can. Vickers crews, infantry sections being put to work. And note the way he's actually sort of moving in. I mean, obviously he wants to capture the stuff closer to his base, but also moving up to more aggressively capture there close to his opponent's base, which, again, risky, but also puts a bit more pressure on his opponent. There you go. Got the bike with a mine. Small win. Meanwhile, Surge here as the 3rd Bessier platoon now rushes in for the south. Heading northern points. 6 Pentagon on the move there. And there you go. Bit flaw, of course, here with Xandr setting out his machine gun that low in health. This close to the front, and of course, it becomes easy to seize, and that was definitely, I think, a bit of a slip there by Xandr. I understand why he did it, though. But I think that should have been an infantry section or something, or just more easily gotten out of them. The Vickers should have been sent to back cap or something. So, bit of a small note there for people in a bit of hesitation. So we got 283, 453, 452. Simonk there, though, still looking like he's got a lot of advantage. We actually got another Vickers there, though, for Xandr. Again, the way his opponent's playing all the infantry does make an awful lot of sense. We actually now got Indian artillery out of Xandr, Gurkhas, and of course here, Valor selected. Could grab that Vickers back as well, in which case he had 3 Vickers, which would definitely pose a bit of a problem for Simon's infantry. There we go. Just Simonk having none on that. He's just going to be opening up there and wrecking at that British machine and give out. On the Vickers, though, bit of exposed positioning is flying downhill here against the Italian troops here. Crewing it, but need to get his forces out of there. Yeah, just wiped as well here. And once more, Simonk just sets about destroying it. Another Vickers still moving in, but still, that is 2 machine gun teams gone here for Xandr, and arguably in a somewhat avoidable manner. More Vickers here for Xandr. So many Vickers machine guns. If we just set them up a bit better, that would probably work out a lot better. There you go, grenades off. Section force withdraw here. It also might be worth considering them for Xandr to just get some training for them, considering how many he's getting out of them. There you go. Vickers engaging here. The massive Italian blow up there out of Simonk, and he is forced to withdraw. And what is this? The Humber's coming to the base here. Going for the 250 half-tracks and the lightest infantry shots possibly here. That's definitely very ballsy. Out of Xandr here. Do like that. Thumbs up. Well, of course, obviously how productive this actually is, but I do like the idea of just, you know, showing his opponent's base isn't safe. In a sense, opening up another front, even if not directly, just mentally. Like he's just sending a message here to Simonk that he is not safe in his base. Humber withdrawing here. Again, Xandr being used again of the massive blow-up retreat there to like push the map. Thumbs up. Simonk got the Summer Venture selected, but probably isn't going to use it. M1340s though, and that's going to really force Xandr to make a response soon. There you go. Blob though, catch the machine out of position. That is a definite treat here. Very sensible move. Second Vic is being pushed back by artillery fire. And the Blob again being caught here by the Vickers. M1340 moving in. Straight ahead here for the Vickers. Shoots, forces it back. Here we got 285, 417. There we go. Massive blob to hit upon the Vickers again. Xandr there. Not in a great spot. Sections, Vickers moving up to try and cover it. 6-pounder gun also on the move here. Probably setting up for cheaper reinforcements here. And we got even the Humber joining in against that Italian tanker, the M1340. And up north here, fighting for the northern victory point is also ensuing here. Certainly a frenetic match here with a lot of action going on. And Simonk here with another M1340 Italian medium tank. I need some repairs there. For that southern victory point as well. No side take it here for Xandr. Of course, versus M1340s, it might actually be an advantage to go for a lot of Stuarts to counter that. Of course, Matildas could also be an option, or Grants. And Xandr again with more Vickers machine guns. Apparently, he's kind of forgotten about this one. The power of shrubbery hiding it. Nature lays claim to that machine gun. So, there's a shrub with a machine gun. Good Lord, Jenkins, get down before it shoots you. It's a shrub, sir. Don't you know how the British feels about shrubbery?
Victory point lost.
Running the southern road, not a bad move at all. And we got grenades rolled further up to with it. Meanwhile, Simonk, of course, just further unleashing the armored arsenals of the Roman Empire there upon Xandr. New Roman Empire. Anyway, 6-pounder scores a great hit on the M1340. Dashing in there, and again we got the massive swarm of Italians following up here in the wake of it. Vegas to halt a bit. Their 6-pounder trying to run to you with the flanking tank, but of course there's another tank from the other side. And once more, Xandr here's a bit outgunned. His gun crew immediately dealt with here. More armor arriving. We got a flank here though, catching the pack foes in a bad spot, and now the Vickers are hitting the section there from two sides. Grenades off here. Almost got the pack 38. Vickers is in deep trouble. Pack 38, Wipes should grab them, turn against the tanks here. Artillery fire bringing down death here though. Troops are pushing forward here into the other Vickers. Second Vickers has been cleared out. Xandr suffering extensive losses here. Recruiting the Pack 38 though. Getting it decrewed almost instantly as well. The Humber doing a bit of support as well here. 6-pounder gun wiped. Italian tank, they're actually managed to escape all of this. And he's trying to make off with that Vickers. And it seems like Simon's just kind of forgotten all of his Italians, so they're just getting murdered. Vickers wiped again. Got the Sabres moving up, another 6-pounder gun here for Xandr. Absolutely ruthless stuff here. Rushing for that Pack 38 here again. Crew that immediately gets wiped as they have no real health left. Absolutely ruthless mess here of a situation, but Xandr has a triple cap here and Simonk. Simonk doesn't seem to quite realize this. Another M1340 out. That's 4 tanks here, and Xandr's only got 1 anti-tank and some sticky bombs. That's definitely going to be a bit tough to deal with. Got the 6-pounder gun ready versus the Italian armored hordes. Almost had another tank there, but that's 2 tanks almost destroyed, but crucially still working. And another Italian squad, they're just getting mowed down by the British with Simonk giving orders. Oh, there we go. It's going to get double hit here with grenades. Wipe the Bessier squad there because Simonk apparently just doesn't even care about them in this stage. Herr Hauptmann, the Italians would like order to retreat? I'd rather think not. I want the British to raise the lead on them. So it saves German troops. We barely have any German troops in the area. Exactly.
M1340 claimed by enemy fire.
Bessier, they're getting burned up. Got one tank as well. This Simonk does appear to be slipping out a bit here. His heavy focus on just one side of things has made him a bit vulnerable here. And Xandr, of course, is more than happy to exploit these mistakes, these errors. Swiftly pushing ahead here. Got 264 with 237. Xandr has overtaken Simon here in terms of victory points. We got an Octad on there for Simonk. Meanwhile, Xandr could consider taking up here. Of course, at the same time, that's going to be a lot of resources, in particular manpower right now being spent on that. Then when he probably just, you know, wants more anti-tank guns. And there you go, another 6-pounder gun here. I'm guessing the Octad is in part just to hit infantry and support weapons, obviously, but also might be there to get Veterans 1 and then use its ability to boost the M1340s around it. But a bit red is someone acting like supporting the M1340s with an armored car. Like, typically, once they hit this stage, that's all they focus on. There you go, we do get the Octad out here for Simonk and the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. Oh, nicely flanking with the Italian tanks. Clearly catching Xandr there a bit off guard. He was not anticipating such a deep dive here. In particular because most of Simon's tactics has just been, you know, gather big old ball of units and throw that as opponents. So a sudden flank like this is pretty effective. But there you go, another anything ready here. Definitely not something Simonk was expecting. Vickers wiped out. Still got one tank. There we go. Artillery being called in as well. They're trying to hold up the German advance here. Sections and tanks. Oh, it's really turning into messy now for Xandr and Simonk here. One tank that's about to get wiped out. Airburst shells completely disintegrating another squad of Bessier ball appearances. Humber rushing in there. Pack 38 shooting, missing. 6-pounder gun in deep trouble. Could see it, yes. Another Italian tank explodes, combusts beneath scathing waves of armor-piercing shells and the occasional sticky bomb. Yes, making a run there, recruiting the anti-tank gun. And Italian troops once more left to just get annihilated there. Simonk training out even more Octads now. Cleared out the anti-tank and it's about destroyed. What an absolutely brutal fight that was. But also quite costly there for Simonk. I mean, there was an actual flanking element this time around, but could have perhaps been coordinated a bit better, and also could have made use of the smoke here of the lightest Infantry shoulds. Got the Pack 38. Simonk's loss is starting to get rather unbearably uncomfortable. As Xandr really sounds like hit back here. And Octad completely turned into 9-Rad as it just blows up. And far up north here, Panzer Pioneers to section. Xandr at this stage definitely could consider taking up. And I think should, but again, the sheer pressure there from the opponent does make it a bit tougher.
A victory point is being taken from us.
Digging in with the 6-pounder gun here, though, obviously with the artillery piece that close to, might want to be careful with that. So that Vickers should probably also consider vacating the premises. This has definitely been a bit of a crazy match. Got that pack food there lying out in the open. Could have just tried to destroy that. Oh, he is going about it. But unfortunately, for Xandr a bit late. And we also finally got some tech on the way to the company command post. Very good. Meanwhile, another Lactis Infantry should seen. Obviously, one of the reasons we see a lot of this, and particularly on this map, is because it's a very small map. So again, it's very easy to like just set it up really close to your base and cover most of the important points of the map. It's a bit of the issue here with 1v1s and a lot of these artillery pieces. they're just not designed with these maps in mind, or the maps weren't designed with them in mind. You can, like, you know, tilt it how you wanted. And the problem is they just end up having these very outside effects on a map like this, because again, they can just sit back in relatively safe positions and just, you know, cover most of the rest of the map. So it's not ideal that way. Meanwhile, company command post there for Xandr. Arctard again moving forwards. He's using this to capture points because he's feeling the pressure, the stress. So it's still very risky. Second Lactus Infantry shuttles firing off here. Direct hit there. Company command post, those almost done. We got a big sitting up here. Ace level crew of that. Almost got the line for going cleared out there. Really just highlighting just how risky of a move that was there by Simon. North here, Humber sending upon the isolated unit. As long as that Humber in the field, he does need to be more careful about sending out units like this, because the Humber could follow them down and wipe them out. But fortunately for Simon, Xandr apparently has a bit of a merciful heart. Unlike Simon, who absolutely has no mercy for his own men even. Bit of quantity, Arctard sneaking northward, Sampers moving in as well there. And we got the tank on the way there, looks to be a Matilda, but we can check. It's the Crusader too, I mean, that's definitely going to hit faster and be a lot faster, so. Either way, though, tank is definitely going to be a big step up here for Simon versus, or for Xandr versus Simon.
Ammunitions point is being taken from us.
Humber there snapping away. We got the Arctard moving in, we got no anti-tank support here for the Humber. At this point, it might actually be worth considering just to withdraw it. And just, you know, get something else instead of the Humber. That Vickers in particular has been really good investment here for Xandr. Certainly just again highlight it why you should be a bit careful about blobbing. But at the same time, the way the blob could just like do a lot of damage for the machine, he gets like set up or even fire much, also highlights a bit the issues as well with the way blobs working, machine guns working as well. So there are definitely some issues this match is highlighting that way as well. Got lots of fire here. But now we have the Crusader tanky out, the Crusader Mark II. Upgrading it to the Crusader Mark III, the 6-pounder gun. 194 to 85 there, got heavy artillery from the machine gun there, Crusader diving in. Charging in for the British Empire, for King and Country. Coming in, swinging here. North, we also got a bit of pressure here on Simon's position. Got another Crusader tank on the way. So the 6-pounder gun upgrade does improve the anti-infantry performance. That is worth keeping in mind there. Another Italian tank out. There you go, engage the Crusader. Good shot. Take another hit here. Need to get out there before it's too late. Cleared out one of the guns. That's definitely going to hurt his opponent a bit. And withdrawing up north here, Humber diving after the Arctard, split up a section. Oh yeah, Simon hit too slow there to react. Loses the Arctard. That's a big win here for Xandr. Now Simon is really struggling there. His losses are really starting to become much tougher to stomach for him and his economy. And I mean, Xandr meanwhile is just building up larger forces, getting more armor on the field, which is obviously giving him a significantly larger advantage. Still, since his tanks are of notably higher quality than the Infantry. 40 there, got Humber down. Small one here for some, but there you go. M3040 hits a mine. Going for the Pack 38 here. And there goes Simon, pops out. GG, game over, as British armor comes him. So there you go, game over. A brutal battle here, a bit on the shorter end, but still thought it was worth casting. So there you go, hope you enjoyed this match, you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial News, cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye everyone.